Welcome to Bullman Built RC if you've never been here before, and welcome back if you have. This is a Mailbox Monday where I go over all the things that I got in the last week. None of this actually came in the mail. I got it all at Rocktober down in Kentucky, which is a blast. If you've never been, make sure to put it on your calendar for next year. So, let's check out the things that I got. Jordan actually bought a 18 scale Losi, and these little V-treads were on it. I've wanted a set of these for what unknown reason, I don't know. And I just never really wanted to spend the money. When he got them used and he made me a killer deal on them, I couldn't pass it up. I think I paid him 20 bucks for all four, so couldn't get much better than that. These are Braven Berserkers. I got these off of a guy, I can't remember exactly who. I may have got it off the guy I don't know. I may have got it off the same guy as the Wranglers and the Super Swampers. Basically new. They look like they've been run, but they don't have any kind of, little edging or feathering or anything. So I would call them new. I think I paid $20 for those. Now, if you don't know, I do have a vintage TLT project that I bought, and I could not pass up a set of these mashers. I paid $10 for these things. I've been looking for another pair of two because I already have two really nice ones, and I came across these, so I got them. I also got these J Concepts Bounty Hunters from my dude Jackson. He got these in his little goodie bag when I only got stickers and a little mat, and apparently he gets a $64 set of tires. So it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not even salty about it. So I traded him some stuff for these. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but they are a really nice scale tire. They're green compound by J Concepts. Can't go wrong. On top of all those things, I actually had a guy that we ran into, well, didn't run into, but got to his table, and he was trying to pay some attorney fees. Apparently a little road rage incident was having a fire sale. So I got SSDs, 4.3 Swampers. I'm not 100% sure what foams are in them. These are basically stock. They have some decent sized hubs on the back. Not sure what size they are. I paid 30 bucks for these things. Same guy had these as well. The rears, which ones are, these are the rears. They do have a little bit of weight, you can feel. SSD, once again, 1.9s, and this one's on wrong, and the MTRs. The fronts, on the other hand, are heavy as hell. They have some sort of brass ring, maybe, plus some lead. I don't know, but these things weigh a lot. Once again, these things have probably been run. They've got a little bit of feathering on the edge. That's about it. That wraps up all the tires. Next, we have all the wheels that I bought. We'll go through these kind of as I got them. These are just some Chinese, well, I don't even know what they are. They're basically just cheap feedlocks that I found. They were 10 bucks a piece. I had just found these. I hadn't found anything else for my 6. These are pretty much just the stock wheels, just in aluminum. Normally, I am not a China guy. I couldn't find anything else. I haven't found anything else for my SCX6, and I wanted something a little more robust than the plastic wheel. They were already purchased from somewhere. I'm not buying knockoff wheels from the actual company that way they can make money. They've already made money, and now I'm getting them secondhand. I don't feel as bad about it, but it was my only option at the time. So, it is what it is. Another thing I don't feel bad about, I also found a guy that apparently had a hobby shop and did not have a market for VP wheels. Said he had a whole bunch of them and was like, oh, do you have a market for them? Luckily, one of my buddies that lives right by us said he can't sell any VP wheels. He has no market for them. Nobody around him has the money to buy them. So with that little bit of insight, I went over there, grabbed every single pair of VP wheels he had, and I lowballed him right in the knees. And he was like, how about more? And I was like, no, but I'll take all of them. And so we agreed, and I picked up all of these. So I'll show you what they are. Here we go. I got a set of Incision 307s, a set of brown machetes, a set of clear tanks, a set of orange tanks. How about black tanks? Blue tanks, gray tanks, clear 105s, and then also I got red 105s. So these are SSD boxers in silver, and I like these a lot. And I have actual wheels. VP doesn't have any 2.9 STX6 wheels out, so I figured the next best thing was to go with some SSDs or something like that. I knocked him down on these pretty well too, so I got those, and I cannot wait to mount them up on my 6. Lastly, for my set of wheels, my buddy Snoop showed up, and he had these 310s, which were an early Bateman redo. So these things are super cool. They do have, I'm not sure if they were anodized red and then with the black or what he's exactly done, but they're like a metallic red color, and they have the black. And one of the things I like is the way Bateman used to do it. He used to mask off what he was doing. He explained it to me. I'm stupid. I don't understand. But around the black is like a white ring where he like chemical takeoff thing. I don't know what he did. Anyway, I like the looks of them. They have a white ring around them. I think they look super sick. He does not do them this way anymore because he said technically it's an error, but I love the way that these look. I've seen 2 or 3 other pairs that were done this way, and I think they actually look pretty cool. So I picked those up. He made me a pretty good deal. I paid less than what they would be new for just picking up a set of 310s, so I couldn't turn it down. So those are the wheels that I got. Next, I found this. This is actually a vintage Proline chassis for the AX10 Scorpion. I would have liked to have used it, but it's kind of rough. Got some edges on it. Got some things that have been ground on it. It's been glued on. This was actually pretty expensive back in the day for the AX10. The chassis rails have been ground on. They've been used pretty well. I couldn't really justify using this, mostly just because I don't really have a use for it. But when he quoted me $10 for this thing, and it came with this super sick 3D printed hood, Jordan was looking at it as well, and dude said $10, and Jordan gave me the, if you put that down, I'm going to pick it right back up look. I figured $10 for this hood by itself I would have paid, so I got all this stuff pretty much for free as far as I'm concerned. So this can just go there, and I got a cool hood, and that's all I cared about. So got that. My buddy Glenn had a couple action figures. These are actually really expensive movie replica things. Yeah, see, we do this. And so I picked these up. He didn't charge me full price. They are used and everything like that. They do look pretty good as drivers, and I needed some anyway, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick them up. He made me a good deal on them. I bought 2, which was all he had, so that was pretty much the convenience of that. So I got those. I walked up to another guy's table, and he had a few things that I was interested in, just some random stuff. This Proline Garage Pack, nothing in here is usable, but you know, it's just stuff basically. MSRP on this thing was $36. He had 10 on it, so I picked up that. He also had this hitch, which has a custom drop, and I'm hoping to be able to use this on my Sin chassis. Not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to, but we'll see what happens. So hopefully the crew cab can use this, and I can haul things with it and such. He had $10 on that as well. And then he had $1 on the seat. It is almost completely made out of Lexan, from what I can tell. Super, super light. I mean, this thing weighs nothing, and he had $1 on it. And then technically I got it for free, because I offered him $20 for all that, and he took it. And then lastly, due to oddball things, I did buy some other stuff, but I gave them away. These 2 cute little girls were walking around, selling things, trying to get money for, I don't know, whatever they were doing. They had little Rocktober and Beat the Creek band, like wristband thingies, the little rubber guys, and I bought some of those, and I ended up giving those away to kids and stuff. But they also had this for sale. This is apple cinnamon jelly, which I quickly picked up, and then they also had one of these. This is watermelon jelly. I've never had watermelon jelly, but for $4 I'm gonna try some watermelon jelly. So they had that. I bought all of them, and they didn't have to walk around anymore, so that was pretty cool. Next! And nextly, I stopped down at Three Brothers Tent and picked up a few things that I'm going to buy anyway. I got a really cool deal, and he actually gave me a deal for doing some of this. I got 2 black jackets. One's a 2000, one's a 2650. One can handle 3S, one does 4S, whatever. I am becoming a huge fan of black jackets. The wheel speed out of what they say they put out for a KV, and the low speed power and smoothness of these is killer. The only thing I think they could do to make them better, and this is not even, I mean, if they made them a little longer, that way you could have even more power with them, kind of like what Holmes does, I think these would be smoking. I like them a lot, which is why I also bought a really big boy one. This is a 2650 kV. This is a big monster boy for my SCX6. He told me that they had another one that ran on 8S, and the other one was 6S, and then there's things, and this was plenty. And I don't really plan on running mine over maybe 6, if not 4 all the time. I don't see a point in running 8S in it, other than just to be ridiculous, which is definitely something I'm into. But I like the low weight of just running a 4S or maybe 2 small 3S packs. So I picked this up. I'm going to be installing this, and I cannot wait to get some things rolling on my 6. So we threw in another blackjack sticker, threw in another black jacket, Three Brothers decal sheet, and the big boy black jacket. So I could not be happier with that purchase. Next, due to my friend Austin, who is on Instagram, and I'm sure if you've watched this, you have seen he has a yellow square body with a utility bed on the back, slammed down on white steelies. Looks just mwah, perfect. So I decided I wanted to do a semi whatever version of that. Asked him what chassis it was on. He told me. I happened to just walk basically 3 feet away and found this almost brand new, like literally brand new. It is so nice. Picked this up for a steal, so I snagged that. The body is brand new. It has no scratches that I can see whatsoever. The wheels are super nice, so what I'll probably end up doing is putting the body and tires and everything on eBay, using the chassis, going from there. Hopefully I can be in it almost nothing, and we can go and do that. I don't know. Next, then doing a little walking around, I also found a Cliffhanger cab. Not 100% sure what I'll do with this. Probably turn it into a truggy. Had the decal sheet, has all the window masks and everything. How could I turn it down? Really, I think I paid $15 for this, something like that. Half price is pretty much what I got. Then my dude Jordan was also selling a full Cliffhanger, and once again the price was right between two dudes. And so I picked it up. Not real sure what I'm going to do with this, but I got a Cliffhanger. Then, to make you feel super bad for this guy, the same guy that I beat up on the SSDs and then beat up on the 9 pair, 10 pair, however many pairs of VP wheels I got, I also beat him down on this. Now, before we get too involved and you say, oh my god, why are you going to do that? This will not just bolt straight onto my SCX6 and be done. I'm going to cut this apart, build some tube work for it, and go from there. So the ugliest part, which is the roof and this weird rear section here, and how I'm going to cut it apart and I'm going to make it look better. That's just basically what I'm going to say. And it'll be doors down, pretty much done. Next! Earlier this spring, I built my dad a Samurai Buggy, as seen here. He liked it. We took it out a few times, and honestly, he had a few problems with it. He didn't like a few things that were going on with it and such. So he wanted to pretty much cut it all apart and redo it. I told him instead of doing that, we need to figure out what he has in it, what he wants out of it, and then we'll just build him a whole nother Samurai Buggy, because taking that was already cool and that people liked and cutting it all apart and then redoing it, we might as well just start over. So we put it out for trade. A local-ish guy came up and said, hey, I've got some stuff I'd like to trade. Most clearly, RC 4-wheel drive TF2 body. It has been bobbed, so they shortened it up here, and then they actually bobbed the body back here very nicely, might I say. It looks really good, actually. The seats have been covered, flocked. I would say flocked normally, but that's sort of some sort of felt or something. They have magnets, just pops right back on there, which I think is super cool. I really like this body. Other than these things, he said it's supposed to be like patches and stuff. Not my style. I'm not 100% sure what they were going for. I thought about trying to pull them off. The thing is, they're really nicely done. So if this is your style, they have tiny little brass nails, and then they've cut them off underneath of it and smoothed it all out. And it's a very nice execution of what he was going for. The chassis, for the most part, pretty much stock TF2. It has had some springs softened. It does have the rear mount to where the shocks are inboarded. The front is pretty much all stock. It does have the Yoda 2 axles. It has a Power Hobby brushless servo, quick run, 1080, and it's got the 2-speed. This thing's actually super cool, and it also has these custom-made stainless exhaust pipe things that he had. I don't know. They're neatish, kind of. It does have a little few scratches, but it's not really that bad. This will be for sale, so if you're in my group, you've probably already seen this because it will be, I think it's already on Facebook if you local pages, and it'll be on actual Facebook Marketplace here in just a second. Lastly, we have the Gladiator, the old JT here. You can pretty much see some of the things that are on it. It's a very oddly upgraded truck. You have the RC 4-wheel drive winch, yet you have the Amazon bumper. We have actual Proline KM3s on deep dish China 105s. They do have, it does have some sort of fender delete. I'm not sure if this is Club 5 Racing or what exactly it is. I can't find any markings on it, but it does have that. Very super cool. It also has an actual VP light bar on it, which my dad is bonerized over because he loves lights on things. So we'll pull the body off, and then we'll go and I'll show you the underside. Now underneath, this does have an aluminum rear bumper as well, which is pretty nice for what it is. And then it has a Castle Slate, and it has a Mamba X. So then it has a stock Spectrum servo. So it has some really good electronics as far as motor and ESC. Has really good tires as far as the KM3s. Has a nice winch. Has some of the what I would call lower end bumpers. The wheels, I do like the wheels. I hate to say that, but they are really deep. They do look good. And then on the bottom side, it does have beef patties, which he said are actual patties. I'm not 100% sure how to tell. So it has beef patties on all four corners. Has some nice sliders for the Gladiator. I'm not 100% sure who made these. Probably some little kid in a foreign country. This will also be for sale. I do kind of like this, however, I don't like it enough. My dad may want to take some things off of it. I'm not sure. He'll be open to trades. I'm not 100% sure exactly what he's going to do. However, I figured I'd show you. That concludes Mailbox Monday for the week. Check me out on Facebook and Facebook groups and Instagram. Bullman Built RC across the board. Check us out on Monday nights live on YouTube at 7 o'clock Indiana time, which is 4 o'clock out west, and I don't know what the hell time it out is on the East Coast or north south. You figure that out. I'll make things early, and then you can see when you see them. I'm going to go put some watermelon jelly on some toast and eat that for dinner. I appreciate you watching. I will see you later.